Hello there everyone and welcome back to the final update for the Samurai Mock series. This has been a smaller series that I've had going alongside the Muunilinst mock update series. So I was able to get pretty much everything completed that I needed to have finished up here. So everything's looking pretty good. It's a pretty exciting episode. So without any further ado, let's get started. Alright guys, welcome to the final Samurai episode. For this mock update series. I was only able to do 3, but I think that's okay. This was kind of a small size series that I wanted to do. So the mock is pretty much complete here. Essentially, the newest thing that I added was the roof, which is not really much of a roof. I kind of ran out of pieces and had to do something different, which was a dueling ring. So I'll show you some close-ups of that in a second. Sorry for the quality of the episode. Again, if you've missed the previous episodes, this build is kind of up in the corner of my room and the studio, and Muunilinst takes up most of the space in the studio, so there's not really good lighting or camera angles for this mock here in the corner. But here's what you will view it from for the public days. You'll kind of see it from this side on. Another thing that I did was the sides. The mountains are complete, and there's some kind of grass pieces on top and some new trees as well. So that's all complete, and then also the top is complete there, and pretty much everything is tiled off with the sand green tiles as well. So I'm just going to go over the things quickly because Brickworld is coming up in a few days here, and I also need to finish filming the finale for Muunilinst, so this is going to be kind of a quicker episode, but nothing new for the Golden Forest area or the flowers down there. That's all the exact same, so it's really just this new front part of the castle and the mountain with those trees. Here is the dueling ring up top. I'll get some different angles from the other sides, but essentially I was trying to look at designs for the Osaka castle and some other castles that I wanted to take inspiration from, and quickly realized I did not have enough pieces, or even I would even know if I would, even if I had the pieces, I don't know if I'd be able to do some of those complex shapes and weird kind of shapes and angles that a lot of those roofs have on the Japanese castles, but I would have tried it, but unfortunately out of pieces and also out of time, so I had to come up with a really quick solution on how to fix it. So essentially what I decided to do was flatten this off and put a dueling ring up here. I really wanted to have a dueling ring up here, so I put some more gold pieces as well with some flags and other things like that, and added in this dueling ring right here. And then I'm hoping at the convention to fill this out a little bit more, maybe try to find some more boxes or crates to have some more swords and spears in and kind of spread them out throughout the area, or maybe some seats or something like that. But yep, here is the area up here. Nothing too special. I'll kind of show you some different angles, but if you followed the channel for a while, this design is similar to another Samurai mock I've done, but also a little bit different with some small minor changes. But this is the new top area of the build. Nothing too crazy. Another thing that's I did get in the mail with some more armor for my samurai. So my green team, or OD green team, is now pretty much fully decked out. I think I have 10 samurai now, which was way more than I had initially. So I'm able to fill out a little bit more of the mock with the samurai, make the mock feel a little bit more alive. So here's a look at the front section of the castle, and I'll switch angles and go through some of the new changes. And here's a look at the side. Nothing really too new down here. This stuff is all the same from what you saw last time. Really, the mountain is the big thing that was changed here. As you can see, I've got it all filled in. There was some empty gaps last time, and of course the newest part up top, this portion up here where I added in some lavender trees. I've used these before in a different samurai mock, and I thought they worked really well, so I wanted to bring those back for this build. And then I've just got a bunch of green plates up here as well, with some other brown detailing terrain pieces to kind of look like the top of the cliff here. And we can see some of the rock work does go in this way, kind of goes in like this and curves around, and kind of the trees are around it. I just think this is a nice kind of pretty tranquil area, peaceful, where our citizens who live in this castle or in the nearby villages can come and write a haiku or just look at the view. So I just kind of like this front area right here. This was the vibe I was really going for when starting this mock, was this kind of peaceful tranquil area with kind of a lot of nature surrounding a castle. So here's the mountain. That's really the only thing new. Here's kind of a side view of the castle from the new section on the roof, which I'll kind of show a little bit more in depth here. But here's just a side. I ran out of sand green tiles, so I covered it with some black tiles and added in some gold because the reference that I'm doing for Osaka Castle has a lot of gold on the top of the castle, so I definitely wanted to include that. And here's kind of a side-on view right here of the whole side of the castle. Again, apologies for the lighting in this corner of the room, but here's the side of the castle. Again, the major thing that's new and complete is this mountain with all of the new trees and everything like that, and I think it works pretty well. It's one of my favorite parts here. I don't know why, but just the light gray rock pieces is something I've never used before, and I just am really liking the color balance with the green and with the lavender right there. So I may need to use these kind of bricks a little bit more, these slope pieces in light bluish gray, because I do like them quite a bit. But again, here is the side of the Samurai Castle. I ran out of a few pieces up top, so I had to add in some gold, but hopefully it works. Because I have, a few pieces of gold spread out throughout the MOC, so I think it is okay to have some at the top, but we shall see. So here is the side of the castle, and here is the top of the castle. Essentially, I kind of ran out of time and a little bit of parts to make a full-on roof, so this is not accurate whatsoever to what you would see on top of an actual samurai-era castle or even Edo period castle. Not accurate at all, but I kind of ran out of pieces to make a roof, so I kind of had to make do with what I had, which I decided to flatten it off, add kind of this bar around the outside here in white, and then decide to make a dueling ring because I really wanted to include one in this MOC, and I also included some of these flags as well up here. I think those will fit pretty well, but it's really nothing too complex. I've used this design before in my From Start to Finish episode that featured a samurai dueling ring. It was a little larger than this one, I think, and a slightly different design. So this design is a little bit new from the other design that I've used in the past, but yeah, my general idea up here is to just have the red samurai kind of up here and having a friendly competition or not so friendly competition with the OD green samurai, and then over here we've got an archer looking down on the valley below throughout the castle, and I do think the flags work fairly well. I put one in each corner over there, so nothing really too complex, nothing too fancy. And I also have a trapdoor over there, and that's kind of how the samurai go up and down to get to the top floor here. So I had to do a little bit of creative thinking and try to come up with something a little different since I wasn't able to make a full-on roof, but I do think this is a good substitution because unfortunately it's not the most realistic to what you would see, and I like to keep things as close to their real-life counterparts as I can, but I think this is a good substitution, so hopefully you guys do like the dueling ring on top of the castle. Here is the right side of the castle. Really sorry for lighting. I've kind of got to squeeze in here between the curtains here, but you've seen most of this stuff on the side. Nothing really new right there except for the top dueling ring, which you guys have seen throughout the rest of this video, so that's kind of the only new thing on this side in terms of the castle. But I did do this, which is pretty much the exact same as the opposite side. The mountain is fully complete down over here and then leads up to its own kind of platform area with some green plates and the lavender trees as well. So I think this area also works really well. I like the different heights, how we have one lower and one higher. I think it works pretty well. So here is the right side of the build. Another new thing that I tried to do was somewhat have the curves on the edges because the actual samurai castle roofs are very curved, and I wasn't really able to replicate that entirely accurately. So what I did was add some wedge kind of angle pieces to both sides to make it look like more of a curve on those edges. So that was one thing I did add to a lot of the front area of the castle. Alright guys, and with that is going to be it for this mini Samurai MOC update series. This MOC has been a ton of fun. It mostly came out the way that I was hoping to. The castle was harder than I thought. I don't think I did the best job on a lot of the roof tiles or kind of these panels, the sand green panels. I wasn't able to get the curvature down that you see on actual castles, but again, I think that's okay. This is a large build. There's a lot of other things that I had to worry about, so the castle isn't exactly accurate to what an actual samurai castle would be, but I think I've got the essence of it with kind of the stacks in each different section of the samurai castle with the windows and some of the things like that, and the front entrance of the gate, as well as kind of this barrier that goes around it and some of the rocks, masonry, and slopes that the castle is built on top of. So overall, castle I think is okay, but I definitely think I could have done a lot better. But the landscaping and the mountain pretty much came out how I had envisioned it. I do have some empty space, but for a MOC this size, it is okay. And I also have Muunilinst to worry about, so I think I did my best. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the MOC. I had a lot of fun building this just because it was something different. So I would recommend, if you guys only build Star Wars, or maybe if you only build World War II or something like that, try something else just to kind of get a fresh perspective on things, and you'll kind of be surprised. I had a lot of fun and was very motivated to build this MOC because it was just something new and fresh, using new pieces, some new colors, new building techniques, just something totally different from most of the Star Wars stuff that I've been doing pretty much my entire time that I've been building Lego for, Lego MOCs for the past decade and a half. So I really recommend switching it up if you have the chance to try something new and different, because I found this very refreshing and very fun. So thank you so much for watching these episodes. I wasn't sure how they would do because they're non-Star Wars, but you guys showed awesome support and left some awesome feedback on these Samurai updates, so I really appreciate it, guys. It means a lot to me. It's just kind of hard when you're making videos and you branch out on something new and different that might not be what you normally do, and it's refreshing and awesome to see people watch it and comment and give all the feedback on it, because it's very important to me and I really appreciate it. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to this MOC update series. Okay, that is it for this MOC series. I have to get back to work on filming the finale for Muunilinst, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up, and let's go ahead and move on to the outro. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this episode and for this kind of mini MOC series that I've been doing here for the past few months. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, something new, something different, and I really appreciate you guys checking out these episodes and leaving all your feedback and all the likes and everything like that. I really appreciate it. So this will be displayed alongside Muunilinst at Brickworld. Feel free to send me a message on Instagram if you're headed to Brickworld, and I'll let you know where we're stationed at so you can kind of come by and check out the MOCs. So thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, leave your feedback in the comment section below. Hope you guys have a great day, and may the Force be with you always.